Hi guys, it's back. Metal Misty is back again for another quick video log. Okay, so what happened around the 16th of October this year is that I ended up breaking, as I said, both of my bones of my left wrist. This is after my ulnar shortening plate was taken out. That bone of the ulnar was perfectly fine, no problems whatsoever with it, which is brilliant, as strong as an ox. However, as I think I discussed beforehand, I went back to martial arts and within the time limit, but trouble is I rolled slightly incorrectly, bent my arm wrong and snap. So I had my half cast taken off 3 days ago. They at the hospital decided not to put it into a full cast, which is fantastic, which means I can drive. So that's really good, you know, when you're having that problem. So what it looks like at the moment is that's what happened as soon as I came out of my half cast. I don't know if you can see it very well. Okay, and here is my scar now. So here you've got exit, entry, or whatever it's going to be, of the stitches, which were white. And if you remember from before, if they're white and see-through, that means that they are able to be disintegrated inside the body, so they come off naturally on the outside. I had a little shower again today and I pulled off my little loop which is there, so it started bleeding a little bit, but that doesn't really matter, it was fine. I still got a little bit of a stitch there, and that will come up in time. This bruising came along because I had the half cast, and it was just, there was something rubbing on it, and I thought, you know, instead of going another sort of 15 miles back again where I can't drive, I'll persevere with it for 3 weeks, because I've been 3 weeks in a half cast with this. Okay, so if you remember, this side was my ulnar shortening, nice little scar there, plus with the other scars I've had previously. And then you've got the last one here, which is the Volar Locking Plate, which is on the radius side. So that's the ulnar side, the finger side, and that's the radius side. Now, what it looked like, I was actually able to take a picture of the X-ray, because I knew that I'll need it at some point. So here we go. Here's the, if I can try and get you to see that. That is the picture. Oh no, it's not going to be showing up very well. Guys, if you know how to do a video in video using iPhoto or photo booth, please let me know, because I have no idea how to do this, and I'm very basic when it comes to technology and that side. This is not a very good picture, I do apologise. I don't think even that one's going to be any good. No, probably not. Okay, so, whoop, that's the other picture. Yep, that's Monsters. My favourite film. Okay, so, I really wish I could show you this, but it's really not playing ball at the moment. Oh dear me. Not good. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to stick, if I can, I'll try and stick a picture up on the site for you. But basically, the Volar Locking Plate is there on the radius, and that's my. Oh, there we go. There's the Volar Locking Plate. I see what's happening. It's very bright, so when it lowers its down, when it lowers its dimness down, you'll be able to see it. And what happened was that my bone had cracked right across the radius and right down the middle. So if you remember my last post with me trying to draw that very interesting diagram with a piece of paper, and I was laughing my head off because it looked quite naughty, that's the reason behind it. So there we go. So there's the Volar Locking Plate. It's got all the screws in there, okay, and that's the that's the ulnar. And if I get it to screen up again in a minute, you'll be able to see the lines where the screws used to go in from when the plate was in there, so that's now removed. This bit here, the top end, the distal end of the ulna also broke off. But a lot of times the surgeon won't actually fix it together, because it does get back together again nicely on its own. There we go. So you can see very, very gently here, you can just about see the line here, and there's another line there where the there we go, where the pins or the screws went into. So that's the Volar Locking Plate then. Okay, so it's basically like a it looks like a fork in some respects. Now I've got about 8 screws in there. Now I'm not having that removed now. Okay, the other one, the ulnar shortening plate, that was able to be removed because I was having problems with movement. It was actually rubbing the muscle against the actual plate itself and becoming quite tender. But this plate, I believe, I can stay there. Put my false teeth in again. Can stay there for as long as I wish. So when I go back to training again, when I go back to martial arts, then I'm going to be careful, but I'm going to be keeping it in there. Okay, so looking about 3 or 4 weeks in a half cast, and once it's out, you can drive. Unlike a broken bone, you have to wait 6 to 8 weeks. If you're in a cast, you can't drive. Nowadays, they are saying, we don't want you in a cast anymore. We'll put you into a restraint or a splint. Now, they usually give you a pale tan colour one, which is really thin and flimsy. I've never liked them very much. And so what I did, I've asked very nicely of the orthopaedics, and they gave me one of these. It's basically a bit more supportive than that tan one you have, and it's actually got softness. It's like a padded inside as well. The make of it, if I can try and find it, where is it? Dear me, there we go. It looks like it's a Swedish Ossa. Don't know how you pronounce that. But it's a very good make, and it's soft inside, so it doesn't actually have any of that rubbing feeling you sometimes get with the paler one. It's very easy to put on as well. You just literally just plug it in, and then you know, that sits fine. You're all sorted. That goes around circles like that. So I'm keeping my splint on for another 3 weeks. I take it off periodically through the day, just to try and get some movement in this. I've got physiotherapy on the 21st of November, which is the day before my birthday. Great timing, huh? But the good thing is, because I've also got an automatic car, so I'm more or less driving on my right hand anyway, because I'm in the UK, and we drive the right side of the road, guys, in America, you know. And yeah, so I can at least go and do emergency stop and stuff like that. Movement-wise, I'm quite stiff in that it's actually quite sore, but that's because of all the bruising inside still. So there's a lot of stiffness in here. What I also find here at the moment, I'm a little bit numb. I can't really feel too much along there. I can feel there's pressure, but this bit here, I've lost sensation, and a little bit here and here. Now that's normal, because of course when they open you up, they can be moving around all the nerve system and everything like that. So don't worry about it if you go for an operation around on your wrist or your hand, and you can't feel the sensation as well as you used to. Don't worry about it, because inevitably the nervous system will get back together again. It just needs to heal. And as I said previously in the last video, if it's pink on the outside, it's healing in the inside. If it's white on the outside, it's fixed inside. Okay, so that's a good indicator of how your scar and healing is doing. So that's that. What else is there? Yeah, so physiotherapy in a couple of weeks' time, and I can drive, which I'm really super happy about. Not going back to martial arts probably until the end of January. I want to give it a really good time before I even contemplate going back to the mat, basically because I don't want to get armbarred. Yeah, so that's that really. I want to say a quick hello to Finn and Fand. You know who you are. You know, thanks ever so much for your information and your kind comments and that. And looking forward to contacting you again back in the US. And everybody else, thanks again for your comments. Keep them up. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me on this. And as they say, like and subscribe to this channel. I'll be really happy to help you with anything I can get my mind around. Okay, so I'll give you another shout in 3 weeks' time, and I'll let you know how you get on. For now, take care. Bye bye.